Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing an 88-piece limited edition that came out for the 2019 model year, inaugurating a new Frederique Constant manufacture in the Geneva suburb of Plain-les-Ouates. This is the Frederique Constant Tourbillon Perpetual calendar manufacture. A timepiece 42 millimeters in stainless steel and an 88-piece limited edition. It's only 12.6 millimeters thick by 48.7 millimeters lug-to-lug with a broad and contemporary 22 millimeter span between the lugs. This timepiece is extraordinary in several regards, but first let's talk about the fit, which is remarkably compliant on a smaller wrist for a compound complication and a prestige one at that. This watch is very wearable. I could recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference because the lugs are short cropped and tightly downturned, and you can see this down the barrel shot. They're nowhere near the edge of my wrist. It's a thin watch. It will fit underneath the cuff, all the more amenable to a tight sleeve thanks to the curvature of the domed and integrated bezel. Now, taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, no expense spared. We're getting alligator leather here. Large rectangular scale, plenty of bolstering, so it's thick, it's stuffed, it has volume and substance. There is a shear cut showing you the layers of construction. There are thick layers here. It is all a navy blue, so large rectangular scale, semi-gloss navy blue, and then there is a slightly off-white contrasting stitch that matches the silver and navy blue features of the dial. There is a simple, easily adjusted stainless steel Frederique Constant pin buckle, and if we look at the case, it's a graceful case with an integration of case and bezel. You can see there's really just one arc here, although it's compound curved because it slopes down and it slopes from side to side. You can see that the dome segues seamlessly into the curvature of the case, and that's just good design. The lugs are sharply broken out, and this is not something you expect to see executed so nicely on a watch that was excessively priced with a retail under $20,000. It makes the watch look expensive. There's a lovely and sharply knurled onion-style crown, a little bit of a nod to traditional Geneva watchmaking. And then we get to the dial, which is all kinds of gorgeous. The thing about Frederique Constant watches is that they're always priced attractively, but they're also generally derivative in their design. They always seem to be basking in the reflected glory of whatever major brand design at a higher price point they've copied for iteration at their lower price point. This watch, on the other hand, has its own identity, and it's gorgeous. It's beautifully balanced. The detailing is superb. Real money was spent here, and it actually belies its price and looks as though it could cost tens of thousands of dollars more. Now, taking a look at the dial, it has depth and it has contrast. There is a metallic blue chaptering outboard for reading the minutes. You can see the subregisters themselves are solid and thus easily read. And then we have a very subtle azurage or concentric circular stamped guilloche with a raised rim around each chaptering. You have gorgeous blued screws and engine turning on the base plate of the movement. The wheels feature a satin finish that's quite attractive, and then you can see the layers of the mechanism underlying are all satin finished. There is beveling, and it is mirrored on some parts of this movement, look incredibly hand finished. Now, what I understand is that these would have been started mechanically, but wherever you see mirrored beveling on this watch, it was finished by hand, and that's not expected in this price point. Now, if you look at the tourbillon, you can see it spins in 1-minute circuits. If you look carefully, you can see the iridescent purple of its unlubricated full silicone escapement, which again is a surprise given the price point. The 1-minute tourbillon beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it is all motivated by Frederique Constant manufactured caliber 975, 33 joules, automatic winding bidirectional with a 38-hour power reserve. It is also a perpetual calendar, so with this watch, as long as you set it and wear it daily, you can more or less forget it, as the perpetual calendar can cope with irregular length months as well as leap years. It does not need to be reset until the year 2100, and because all of the indicators are relatively large and the printing is white on navy blue, it's easy to read the calendar. Turn the watch over once more, and you can see that there are attractive Côte de Genève on the barrel and winding bridge at center. There's a lovely rose gold plated mass, which I do believe is rose gold plated and made of tungsten. And then we have engine turning on the base plate. And again, the beveling where it's present on this watch exceeds my expectations. There are some obviously machined surfaces, but then there are also broad expanses, such as on the barrel and winding bridge at center, where it genuinely appears that the beveling was finished by hand because it is so mirrored and rounded and attractive. Between the blued screws, what appears to be semi-manual beveling, engine turning, Côte de Genève, satination of wheels and levers, this is a really attractive watch. I'm going to throw it on my wrist one more time because this is a watch I could actually envision myself buying. And with 50-meter water resistance, it even exceeds my expectations for water resistance of a dress watch. Rarely do I find an relatively minor brand known for derivative designs and flat out state that it's built a superior class leading product. But in this price point, given its functions, I can't think of any equivalent. Frederique Constant, the field is yours. Reach out to Tim Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.